Hey YouTube, it's JP from Oracle Reptiles. We've come down here to the south coast to meet up with a friend of mine, Miguel. He recently on a call out got a whole lot of hatchling Boomslang. So we going to go and release them now into an area quite close to where he got them from, but obviously further away from people's houses. It's yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful area. We'll take some photos and some video of the area and the release, and we'll bring it to you. Alright, I'm here with my good friend Miguel. He's a snake catcher based in He services the Pennington and Scotbury areas for call outs, any indigenous and venomous snakes in the area. There will be a link down below in the description to call outs if you guys ever need people, you know, to come and help you. Miguel, if you don't mind just explaining to us how we managed to, or how you managed to get all these baby Boomslang on the call out.
Alright, so quite an interesting story actually. What happened was I got sent a message by the owners of the house of a little snake that they had killed.
Okay.
So they sent me the message asking, like, can you please identify this? We think it's a Boomslang, we're not entirely sure.
Yeah.
So in the message they cropped the image like very badly, and I could see that it definitely was a baby Boomslang. So I didn't even reply to their messages. I phoned them back immediately. I wasn't going to waste time texting to find out what exactly was happening.
Yeah.
So they said that they'd seen it last night. They killed one the night before, not last night, or the previous night. They had killed one, and then this morning when they'd sent the message, they'd seen another 2 or 3 around the door.
Okay.
That they had then killed another one. So in the whole process, they killed 2, unfortunately. And then over the phone, they mentioned that 2 of them, like, that got away, disappeared into the face brick house because they had like a whole lot of holes and a cement /stone patio type thing. So they went into all the gaps there because it was cracking. So over the phone, I was like, okay, I'm going to come through. I want to pick up the dead one to preserve it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to actually get any more, but I'm going to come through anyway. So I took my sweet time because I didn't expect to get anything. I got there probably about half an hour later. And they'd already collected, because they threw the babies over the wall. They went to fetch them, and they put them into little ice cream tubs. I converted them into a little jar of methylated spirits for the transport. And while we were busy standing, and I was explaining to them about the Boomslang species on their own, and just about snakes in general, because they were new in the area. There was a shrub next to me, and I was like, I wonder if they are here. I'm gonna just like look in this. So I took my grab stick, I grabbed onto a branch, and I shook it. And as I was shaking it, the baby dropped like from the top like to like the middle, and I was like, whoa, that is so cool. There's a baby here. So I left it. I didn't take it straight away because it just went straight back up, and it was a small shrub, so in a controllable area. So I walked around the shrub a bit looking to see if maybe there's another one, and I spotted another one, but by the time I saw that second one, the first one had already disappeared, so I wasn't sure, is it the same one or is it a different one? So then I took the little one out, put it into the bucket, and then I got pruning shears from the house owners, and I started cutting branch by branch. And 5 hours later, after taking the whole shrub apart and pulling some of the slashes out, we had 10 babies that we found.
Unbelievable. They're such an easily identifiable species, you know, especially as babies. They've got that massive bright emerald green eye, which kind of gives them away. They only get their adult coloration at about 1 meter. So yeah, it can be a bit difficult to, you know, for people to identify them straight away, but yeah, as babies, let's take one out quickly. I can show the camera quickly. If you guys want to come a little bit closer and have a quick look at these. They're very unique in that they've got a almost rugby ball shaped head, but with that bright green eye. They're one of the sexually dimorphic species. As babies, they're all this uniform color with the dark marking running down the back, but then as they mature they move to the adult coloration. Generally the males will be a green and black, and the females will remain brown or dull olive color. That's not always the case, but it generally is the case. That's what they'll do. We found this really cool spot here, pretty close to where they were caught, but far enough away from humans that they shouldn't encounter anymore. Humans, hopefully they'll be able to live out a good life here. So yeah, let's let a few of them go. Well, all of them go, but we'll just spread around the area and find a suitable spot. Let's move. Yeah, I think probably this side. Yeah. Alright, as the name infers, Boomslang translated from Afrikaans is tree snake, African tree snake. They have a highly potent hemotoxic venom which affects the blood's ability to clot. So if left untreated, bite victims will start experiencing, headaches, nausea, vomiting. Eventually what happens, the blood thins out to such an extent that it can no longer be held in the veins, and it starts seeping out subcutaneously under the skin. You'll see massive areas of bruising under the skin, and eventually what happens is through renal failure you'll pass away. Fortunately, there is a very effective monovalent antivenom which is available from the South African vaccine producers. It is specific only to the boomslang. Right, these, you can see they're absolutely at home in the trees, in the bushes. Absolute masters in their environment. We'll release these babies relatively close to each other, but in different branches and that, and yeah, they will disperse on their own. They'll move off and hopefully set up a life for themselves in this beautiful forest here on the south coast. They use a dispersal method in the wild anyway, so they all hatch in one clutch and then move off.
Like a bomb.
Yeah, move off and find an area suitable for themselves. Doing the head bobbing movement, yeah, mimic the trees, branches. That's a proper hiding spot.